to another exciting episode of Video Game Bang. Video Game Bang. Your weekly source for all things video game. Featuring your fearless hosts, Cory Vincent.
I'm pretty much Microsoft and Marvel. The cans are on. It's when ish gets real. People get shot during the day?
And Aaron Carter.
Buy the armor, I equip it, and it's like pink thong. The guy that delivers vending machine items in my job, he can play the right.
Fill up your Mountain Dew and grab your Doritos. It's time for Video Game Bang.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the newest weekly episode of the Video Game Bang. I am the real David Webb, the host for this evening. Across from me, I have Cory Vincent.
Hey, what's going on?
And drinking some grown-up soda, I have Sir Aaron Carter.
Grown-up soda.
Grown-up soda. Adult.
Yeah.
I felt wrong.
Well, I mean, it is kind of wrong in some places.
Grown-up soda.
You never heard of grown-up soda?
No.
So grown-up soda is one for grown-ups, and two, one of the newest trends that are happening amongst the cool people. It's only 90 calories. It's only 90 calories. That's a big
you
thing.
gave Steven and I the fattier one, the 95 calorie one.
That's neither here nor there. Low in sugar, high in flavor.
If this is a sponsor I wasn't told about, that's
If Gus Soda is our sponsor.
You know how expensive these stupid things are? Like, I tried to buy a 12-pack, and it was like $74.
That's why you're selling out so hard.
Yeah.
Because they're so expensive.
Come on, Gus, get on the train.
Wow.
Yeah, video game Gus. I'm down for it.
Rebrand?
Mm-hmm.
Video Game Gus.
Yeah, video game grown-up soda. Yeah.
Gotta say, I'm pretty impressed. I mean, we start this Monday show, and we've already got 16 people.
Nice.
Chilling randomly.
Yeah.
I didn't think we'd have barely anybody since this was like a new thing, let alone having all these people. And we got like 4 follows at the beginning of the show, so there must be like a Wednesday crowd that we're encroaching on.
Who else is out there on Monday? Does Mia do a Monday thing?
No, we intentionally schedule around Mia because the world stops when she streams.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
But you know what?
For the most part.
Monday people, we're coming for your spot.
Yeah.
This is VGB territory now, bitch.
I don't think there's that many people that stream on Mondays. I think that's why we're getting like
You think it's just a smaller pond?
it's just a smaller pond.
Yeah.
We're not going for anybody. It's just a larger target.
I'd like to imagine there's someone out there who normally gets 30, and they're like, why do we only got 13 today? Where did the rest go?
That'd be interesting. Mathematically wrong, but it'd be interesting.
It's not a math podcast, Aaron.
Okay.
It's a gaming podcast.
Just saying.
It's not video game arithmetic.
Math-ring.
You remember Math Blaster?
Math Blaster.
It was a video game.
Oh, is that the sequel to Finger Blaster?
If you...
That helps you?
Yeah, I mean, if it helps you. If you get to where you need to get to Math Blaster, then okay.
But I think we're gonna do this. This is beta.
Yeah.
This is VGB beta right now.
You guys are like charter members of the Video Game Monday show.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna call it, the Video Game Monday show.
So Wednesday is obviously the flagship, the premiere show, the Raw, as we would say. Weekend shows like SmackDown. We have Aaron, and then this is gonna be like Sunday Night Heat.
That's horrible. That's extremely horrible.
I have a life.
That's extremely
so
horrible.
I don't know what any of these words mean.
Sunday Night Heat. Nobody
I have
ever.
better things to spend my money on than the WWE subscription channel.
So in the beginning there was like just WWE, and then they called it Raw.
It was in your house.
And yeah.
Then it became Raw.
Where
And
else
then
did we watch
it was Raw.
Okay.
And everybody was like, oh, okay, it's Monday Night Raw.
I remember Raw.
And then The Rock came along.
Okay.
And they were like, he's just larger than life.
Yeah.
So we have to give him something.
He has his own show. So that's my show.
No.
Okay.
Listen to the...
Sorry, I was jumping ahead. So I'm basically The Rock. That's what I'm hearing right now.
No. So the Rock breaks off and he has SmackDown. You know, it's one of his catchphrases. Lay at the SmackDown. It was all The Rock, right?
Yeah.
And then they had this extra thing. I don't even know what it was for. It was for like you ever see the guys that come out and they just announce their name, no music. They come out in like red trunks and
Jobbers, they call them.
Is that what they call them?
They call them jobbers.
Okay, so jobbers.
They just fodder.
Sunday Night Heat, and Heat was for jobbers.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
the jobbers get center stage, and then like they do good on there, and then they go over to SmackDown.
Then they might go over to,
and then The Rock would just kick them in the ass, and they go back down to Heat.
It was bad. It was pretty bad. Nobody watched Heat, and I don't know what I even did last time on Heat.
Well,
you know what?
We got 20 people, so I'm beating Heat right now.
Yeah, you literally are.
More people are watching this than did watch Sunday Night Heat. You're right.
You literally are beating Heat. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. So we don't really have a whole plan on what the Monday show is going to look like yet. Like Wednesday show has its own like defined, we'll say qualities.
I like to call it iconic.
We'll say defined qualities.
Like a mad scientist artist.
I wouldn't call it that.
Yeah, I like to call it profound in its format.
I think you're using the wrong.
I don't think that word means what you think it means.
I think you're using
you
it
need
the
a
right
word
way.
of the day calendar.
Yeah.
Weekend show then just is kind of all over the place, nutty. You never know what you're gonna get.
We cover the gambit of geek and gaming and
Everything.
yeah, everything.
Everything.
Like nothing's
there's
off limits.
No holds barred.
If you are into it, we're into it. That's how it goes.
Don't say that to the internet.
yeah.
Don't say that to the internet.
For geek and gaming, not.
There you go.
I don't want like the.
We need.
All of a sudden, a
we need a
pedophile just
disclaimer.
posts up.
Yeah,
Like,
hey!
you guys said you're into it.
The internet needs boundaries.
This is my new podcast.
No, the internet doesn't need boundaries.
It definitely needs boundaries.
Go to 4chan and tell me the internet doesn't need
Yeah.
boundaries. Yeah.
So this is the web show.
This is a web
Do
show.
whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah.
So what are we doing, Webb?
We are going to play D&D.
All right.
And no, seriously. So we'll start the show off with this. I've been listening to a new podcast called Campaign.
It's not lore.
It's not lore. I'm still listening to lore, but I'm caught up on lore, and that's only every other week, I think.
Okay.
So this is campaign. This podcast called Campaign. It's not new by any means. It's been around since I think 2014. But what they do is it's a long form story RPG podcast. So like our D&D session that we did, like the whole podcast, that's all they do. The difference is it's not D&D. It's set in the Star Wars universe using Edge of the Empire rules, which so basically instead of saying, okay, you need to roll a 20 to get it, and you get like a 20, you get successes, triumphs, failures,
I've
disadvantages.
Heard of this.
Yeah.
Only reason why I've heard of this because some of my coworkers I feel play something like this, but like a board game version of it.
Doesn't X-Wing? Isn't that it's kind of like X-Wing? That X-Wing board game.
There's a lot of die in X-Wing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of die rolling.
Here's the problem.
There's a lot of die in this too.
It's as if you're taking. It's like you're taking the nerdum of something and then smashing it inside of another nerdum of something else.
You would think, but Edge of the Empire is an RPG game.
Wait. So if it is like X-Wing, you roll like, depending on the situation on the board and the stats of your character, you roll like 6 die, and there's like hits or misses.
It's basically what it is, except instead of hits and misses, it's successes, triumphs, failures. So like you can roll 3 die, for example. You get 2 successes and a disadvantage. So it's like you shot the guy and you killed him, but now you're out of ammo and there's 4 more guys coming at you.
Gotcha.
So scenarios are created when the dice are rolled?
No, so there's a dungeon master, we'll call her.
Of course, there's always one.
And she is saying, okay, this is a situation, and she kind of lets them play it out. Like, how do they want to go about, like, approaching a situation? And then they go, okay, we're going to go into initiative now. And then that's when they start having to roll for things. The rest of the time, it's more cinematic. And
which lends itself to podcasts more.
Right. And they role play, and then they go, okay, we're going to go into initiative. Okay, so I want to shoot that guy on the other side of the field. What do I need for that? Or what's the difficulty? And she'll say, that's a pretty far shot, so that's going to be a difficulty of 3. So then they roll their die and see how... Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's lower. So it's like 1 is like super easy. 2 is like pretty medium difficulty. 3 is really hard. 4 is like, that's... You're going to have to get lots of successes.
And this is in the Star Wars universe.
So it takes place in the Star Wars universe, and they use extended universe or legends characters
So what?
So they're not these characters; they're their own characters.
Yeah, I understand. It's an RPG though. Right?
Yeah, as they go,
it's a D&D basically, right?
D&D basically.
Okay, so is there a time period that they're going to try to stick to? Like, are they doing the old Republic? Are they just like, we're anywhere and these characters are interchangeable anytime?
From what it sounds like, is they are somewhere in between maybe the third movie and fourth movie. Because so it starts with them having accidentally stolen the plans to the Death Star.
How do you accidentally...
Or the murder ball.
Steal.
So when you listen to it, these guys are like they're smugglers, but they're kind of like they do things on accident, kind of.
Okay. So
it's
is there
they didn't mean to steal it.
one dedicated mod?
Yeah. So there's one, and so she'll play like NPCs. So like they have a kid with them, who is the same race as Darth Maul, but so they rescued him from a dark Jedi.
Okay.
So he has like force sensitivity. So they're trying to they're like raising him now, and then they find like a wolf, like an alien wolf. Look at that, Ninja! Just subscribed.
This is doing it for somebody.
Yeah, it's dope. It's really interesting.
I'm just figuring. So how many episodes have they gone through? How deep are they?
Let me look, because I'm only on episode 6.
And this is what's keeping your...
This is what I listen to at work.
Really?
Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, 2014. October 7th, 2014 is when they did their first episode. And they are now on episode 90.
Okay.
As of the 28th of September.
All right.
So they're just kind of letting it play out. They don't have a set, like, okay, we're only going to do it for 2 months. They're going to let the story play out and see how it goes.
Okay.
But it's really kind of inspiring. Like, it's making me more inspired to play our D&D sessions and have a better understanding of, like, role-playing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how they, like, actually be the character and not be, like, myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. I mean, I haven't really got to play as my character too much and stuff like that, but I get what you want to do. My issue.
All right, lay it on me.
Here we go.
Hang on, first, have you listened to the podcast?
Exactly, he hasn't.
I shared it with you guys.
No, I'm just saying
it's in our chat.
I mean, I'm just saying. So the DM of this world, I'm guessing she's dedicated to creating the story week in and week out, right? So it basically is just a full session every single time with them, right?
Yeah, see, and so I'm trying to understand how they record it, because there's sometimes when I'll go from one episode to the next episode, and you can tell that they recorded it together, cut it, and then they made it 2 episodes, because it was just too long to be one episode.
Okay, and how long are they?
Each episode's an hour.
Oh, so they do cut their stuff.
They do cut their stuff, yeah. But then there's times when it's like, you can tell that they've taken a break. And, like, there's the one I'm on right now, she's actually out of town. So she's Skyping in, DMing, and you could tell that it's been, like, at least a couple days since they played before.
Okay.
So,
I mean, I don't know. I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan
so,
in the beginning.
Yeah, see, if you're but see, there's no, like, you don't actually hear any, like, so far, there's not been, like, oh, we have to run from Vader, or, like, they've mentioned stormtroopers. One of the characters is a clone.
Okay.
That he's, like, kind of been, like, I don't know, woken. Like, he's woke. He's a woke clone.
He's like Finn?
Yeah, he's like Finn, basically.
Okay. Well, Finn isn't a clone, right?
No.
But, yeah. Same principle. He doesn't want to be a stormtrooper anymore.
Okay.
But he still has, like, the armor. So it's all, like, beat up armor, and, like he uses the helmet to see at night because it has night vision, but, like, only one optic is working and the rest isn't, and...
I don't know. I tried getting into D&D podcasts.
Yeah. When
we were, ramping up to do the D&D sessions, but I just found I found I can't. I want to be interactive, and you can't.
This one
you're just sitting back and listening.
So this one does a really good job of really focusing as much on the cinematic as possible. They'll do things. They'll give themselves disadvantages for the simple fact of it's more cinematic and it makes the story better. Like, she'll say, oh, like, you just roll 2 blue die or whatever. He goes, well, I'm going to throw a black die in there because I should have a strain because of what I want to do. Like, they're all about making the story interesting. So like I think you have to find the right group.
I'm gonna try to look for other podcasts that because when we first started playing D&D, I wanted to see what what D&D can do in other I don't know how you call it, like other skins. So I wanted to see a Naruto one. I wanted to see a Marvel one. I wanted to see
That's basically what this is.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. I know what it is.
And now you're not happy.
And now you're not happy.
But no, I don't want to.
I'm handing it to you on the silver platter.
I literally already started by saying I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan. So I mean, if I can see it in a different light, like if we did a Marvel D&D, which we might this Saturday, everybody, on the Weekend Bang. Now that I think about it, because it sounds amazing. I'm super
excited. We need to do it.
And you guys were just your characters that you created, and
canceled after one season.
It'd
be like Powerless.
I think it'd be like, first of all,
Powerless lasted half a season. Let's not give it too much credit.
Yeah, they were garbage. Actually, no, I'm already formulating a plan. So
because it'll be your plot, you'll just be like, and then Spider-Man swings by.
See, that's
in the
what's
background.
awesome. That's what's awesome. Because like
we're not gonna interact with anybody.
You might.
So what's cool too, and like this is like a good idea for like DMs. Maybe other DMs do this already, but for budding DMs out there,
okay.
What she'll do is she'll go like, say they roll 3 successes and a failure or something. So she goes, okay, so these are your successes. The failure you don't know yet. And so they go about the story and they're working through the story, and all of a sudden she's like, they go, so we're walking up to the ship, and she goes, well, you think you're walking up to the ship, but you get there and it's gone. Like, she'll like put things like they kind of have to work through the story, and then she's like, boom, surprise, bitches, no shit.
All right.
Plus, I like the dialogue. The dialogue, especially one guy kind of reminds me of my character that I made in D&D, because I do dumb things like steal a amulet from a wizard.
Okay.
And get stuck in a portal.
How are the voice acting?
Really good. You got one guy who his character, actually the woke clone.
The woke clone.
The woke clone is he's Australian, which I'm not putting too much thought into, because how can somebody be Australian but be in space?
How could they be English and be in space?
That's irrelevant.
Oh, okay.
Regardless.
All right, so that's the baffling thing.
It's like the TARDIS, Aaron. It translates for you.
I'm gonna like when David has his own show, because it's forcing him to talk more, and we get to see, like, I think some of the things that goes on in his head, like how there's not going to be Australian people in space.
Yeah.
Well, when has Australian people been to space? Like, do they have their own space
You didn't
program?
see Crocodile Dundee in space?
Let's not piss off the Australians.
What are they?
He give him one damn show, and he's already
alienating a whole country.
An entire country.
That can't be
of people.
the actual question of when have you ever seen an Australian in space?
Well, okay. No, that's not what threw me off. But since we're bringing it up, have there been an Australian person in space? Name one Australian astronaut.
I couldn't even name you one American astronaut.
Buzz Lightyear.
That's not a toy?
Buzz Aldrin. Close.
Buzz Caldrin.
Look, exactly.
Buzz Caldrin and
are we talking about fictional stories or real
Neil deGrasse Armstrong?
Astronauts?
Neil deGrasse Armstrong. Real ones.
I couldn't name you real astronauts.
We just named you 3.5.
I was literally going to say Buzz Lightyear before he said it, and that's not
and then
even
he
a
said
real.
It and you realized that was.
Yeah, exactly. Then
It's
I realized
Buzz.
exactly. So I don't know. I mean, what other country has been to space?
Russia.
China.
Japan.
Okay, so now
Japan.
name one astronaut from all those countries that you guys just rattled off.
I would.
Exactly.
But
Vladimir.
So I'm
sound
pretty
racist.
sure there has been an Australian astronaut. We just don't know their names because we're not educated on space, people. There you go.
I know Star Wars stuff.
Okay. And Star Wars stuff is not... I mean, every time there is a...
I type in Australian astronaut, and the first thing it wants to do is correct me to Australian AstroTurf.
Well, there you
That
go.
tells you right there.
I think...
Oh, there's 2.
Yeah, boom. I think there's a thing where it's like... If there's... old-timey or Lord of the Rings, Orcs and Elves type of stuff.
Old-timey. Back in the day.
Back in the day,
Yeah.
you're getting English accents.
Right.
That's
that makes
what
sense.
you. Yeah,
It's all English.
It's all English
because it's the English Empire.
That's all you hear.
Yeah.
Think about all the old, nerd D&D stuff.
Prince of Persia.
English type of stuff.
Yeah.
If you get, modern day is just everything. But if you get futuristic, then they kind of break to all different accents, like Star Trek. There was a whole bunch of different accents going on there.
That's true.
Star Wars was kind of, I'll give it a little.
He was Obi-Wan was kind of British.
There was like British, and I felt like there was Polynesian.
Who's Polynesian?
The Stormtroopers and Boba Fett. They were all like Maui warrior type of people. So that
not in the original.
And then who was the and somebody in chat room will know it, but who was the person that guarded Padmé? Because he was like a Polynesian Islander guy too.
The Rock.
Yeah, The Rock. It was The Rock.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I say when it comes to futuristic stuff, you could put anybody out there.
Well, it's not futuristic, Aaron. It's
Star Wars I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know. It's a long time ago. It's in the past.
It's not.
We got you right there.
Let's face
A
it.
long time ago,
Space
galaxy
science.
far away.
It
literally says it in the first thing of every movie.
It is.
Damn.
It is
Aced.
literally
Space science, bro.
It's not space science.
I think you just got faced. Is there a sound effect for that?
I have no sound effects.
Yep, and that's
You need to get a sound effect.
where that's at.
There it is. That's the Monday show budget. I got. I'm running on that heat budget, guys.
Sunday Night Heat.
No way.
Speaking of space science, Rick and Morty, you guys caught up?
I am all fully caught up.
No, I'm not caught up.
Which one are you on, Corey?
I just saw the one where they released their toxins,
Oh yeah.
which I think there's 2 more after that.
I couldn't
I
tell
think
you.
there's like 3 or 4 maybe. Actually.
Damn. Yeah, so I'm a
Yeah.
little behind.
That was a good one.
There's a lot of good ones this season. Overall, it's been a really good season.
They didn't end it the way I wanted them to, with showing certain characters. But it was. Have you finished it?
I'm halfway through the season finale.
How do you stop in the middle of shows?
Because
that baffles me.
It was 7:20 and I had to leave.
I still don't understand. Like, how do you? Like, if I know I'm not going to start and finish a show, I'm not going to start watching it.
Well, if my internet would have loaded quicker, I would have been able to start the show and be able to make it just in time.
I can fall asleep to a show, but I have to have already seen it.
Yeah, I have to see it multiple times
Yeah.
and recently in order to fall asleep to
but
it.
I can't just be like, let me try to squeeze this one episode in before school. No, it doesn't work that way.
Beast Wars. I feel like, Corey, and you've seen enough of this season to where you could like chime in on this. Is this season is kind of like more darker than the previous seasons? Like it gets way more real this season than it had in the other seasons. I feel like
that's what makes it better. I think some of the most funny moments, in my opinion, are the ones that are more realistic, like with the divorce timeline, or with that going on. Like, I think in this most recent episode, the funniest thing probably that I've seen on the show is after they go on that 20-minute adventure that ends up turning into like 6 days, and then afterwards they got their medals, and then they're sitting in the car, and then they just both just start crying and freaking out, and they're hysterical.
Oh yeah.
And it went on for way too long, but it was so damn good. Like, you saw sides to both characters that they haven't let us see before,
Right.
and they were more human. Like,
Especially
I
Rick.
loved that. Yeah,
It's weird with Rick's character because he's always got this it's like nothing matters attitude.
Right.
It's like when you're the smartest person in the world, you find out nothing matters.
Yeah.
But then he's
literally said that.
Yeah, but then you've got all these things that he cares about.
Yeah.
You know, you'll see moments that he, cares about, Morty. So you'll have Morty and Summer, and they're kinda like barely register as he cares about them. But his daughter, though, always his daughter.
Oh
him and the toxic version.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like when they play that, it's just like, okay, why is he so attached to just his daughter, like this? And then there's the Pickle Rick episode.
Well, hold on, I have a theory, because the daughter was the only one that existed before he turned into Rick, like the Rick.
Before
we know.
he's
Yeah.
and they're not giving it. Well, no, they never gave us the true one, because remember that was his
Oh, really? That wasn't
the truth. They both died. When he had the memory,
Yeah.
they both died.
Oh, that's right.
The mom and
True.
That's right.
they weren't gonna give. Yeah,
Okay.
He was like, I made that up.
The whole thing was made up? You
Yeah,
sure?
whole
then-
thing. Except for Shoney's.
Then,
Except for Shoney's.
but then Steven had this. I couldn't follow the theory at the time because I wasn't caught up. But Steven had that theory. Have you seen Simple Rick yet, Corey?
Simple?
Simple Rick.
No.
No, he's not
Okay.
he hasn't delved that deep into the different Rick councils of Rick.
No. This is an episode.
Yeah, I
with
know,
the
but
cookies.
I know, but they show like a whole bunch of different
Oh,
Ricks.
that's right.
Because the council of Rick,
The
you
council-
know.
yeah,
I
that's
think
right.
that's the next episode.
Okay.
It might-
Pretty
yeah,
sure it's the next one.
Okay.
So you see him again.
Yeah.
And so it's like, well, wait a minute. Did he actually die? Is that actually Rick? And then the Rick that we see now is a different, because in the season premiere, he switched bodies so many times. Is this Rick?
There's another theory about a different Rick. Because you saw the one with the Jerry daycare, right?
One of my favorites.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So
That is my favorite episode.
when you pay attention to what Rick or what Jerry they're picking up out of the Ricks and stuff, it seems like you stop following the Rick from the Earth that we're always following, and you start following the Rick from another dimension because they pick up the Jerry, the wrong Jerry, like Jerry 36 or something like that. You know, do you have B30? Like,
Oh,
there's
yeah. And then he's like, whatever, it doesn't matter.
but it's just like there's 2 episodes where it's like you're following a whole different Rick, and nobody knows it. And when I saw it, I was like, a lot of that does make sense. And then the big smoking gun was why Mr. Poopy Pants, how he just pops up out of nowhere and nobody remembers him from any other episodes.
Right.
Well,
And
that's
then they
because
don't
you're
see him-
following a different Rick where he did exist in that universe. And he's only in the last 2 episodes. That's it.
That's one episode.
Or last 1 episode, yeah.
Yeah.
Boom.
My mind is fucking blown. Passifora, thank you so much for the Twitch bits.
He said, "What do you think this haircut
Would you get it bleached undercut? What?
I don't-
And then he sends a YouTube link.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna go against my better judgment and
I know.
Click on the YouTube link.
I think we're gonna get some Rick Roll in here.
Never gonna give you
Or
up.
just a whole bunch of
What the fuck is
gooch
this?
shots.
What is this?
Is that
Who is that? Is that you?
Ted Cruz's favorite Twitter profile?
No.
No, I think it's one of those. It's that new. Okay, so you saw that? Have you seen that thing where it's like you can change your hair color with just like a little thing? That's probably what that is. I don't
It's
know
called
what
a men's bleached undercut.
Is that
And
what
I would do that.
Why the hell would you?
All right,
do
now I
that?
gotta click on it.
I would do that.
Why would you do that?
I'm on Corey's computer, so I guess it really doesn't matter.
What do you mean? Why would I do that? I wouldn't do that haircut, but I would do the bleach.
Didn't you already have that haircut?
No, I don't think so.
The Pidgeotto?
Yeah.
That's not the Pidgeotto.
That's basically the Pidgeotto.
No, Corey's hair is shorter.
It's the Pidgeotto.
He has the young Hitler.
Oh, see, I'm looking at this. Yeah, I've never had that hairstyle,
It's the Pidgeotto.
I'm closer to that hairstyle than Corey is.
and he's proud of that.
That's terrible.
He's got your beard too. Holy shit! Wait. Oh, I think he thinks it's you. He says,
Men bleaches undercut.
"What do you
for
think
bigger
of this
guys.
haircut? Would you get a bleached undercut like this guy for your stream?" Oh, wait. Oh,
Like
okay,
this guy.
okay.
Yeah, I thought the same thing for a second, and then I had to reread it.
Because
So he wants you guys to get a.
I would do it.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I won't.
Fuck it. Give us a big enough.
You want
You have to do more than a 1 penny
Yeah.
for your donation. Let's go hundo.
hundo.
I'll do it. No, I don't know. I should take
Aaron's
it.
getting choked up.
It burns.
I don't know.
Yeah,
if
it
I-
does. That's adult soda.
It would take more than that.
It is adult soda. It is very much so adult soda.
Corey, we're almost to Destiny 2 for PC. Are you excited?
The hype has like died a little bit.
Yeah, it has.
Because the game is terrible.
No.
Well, you
because
played it already. So
I've beat the game already.
yeah.
Really?
I'm in the
That was
endgame.
pretty fast.
I beat it the first weekend I had it.
That's horrible.
No, it's because I had no life.
Did you?
Jamie had
How
other
many
things.
hours? How many hours?
17.
That's 7 more hours than a handheld version of Assassin's Creed.
Okay. That's 16 and a half more hours than Solitaire.
And also, so if we're going by
Okay, and let me rephrase.
okay,
main campaign, not endgame stuff.
All right.
And there's a crap ton of endgame stuff.
There's a crap ton of stuff in the Assassin's Creed handheld one. I did the main campaign. The thing is, if we're going by $1 per hour type of thing,
per hour.
you know, and we're putting a value to it, you paid full price, right?
Math? Yeah, no, I paid $40.
I'm not talking about trade-ins. Is it a full retail valued game?
Yeah, it's a full retail.
Okay.
I didn't pay $60.
I'm talking about Joe Schmo walks in
Joe
to
Schmo.
an electronics shop and he sees there's one game right there and there's another game right there. I want Destiny 2. He gets that. He pays $59.99, comes up to $64.64 or something like that.
$3.50 per hour.
So that's what it breaks down to on average.
But in one of the reviews I was reading from Nerdist or IGN, I can't remember, one of the two, they said that they were 20 hours into the game and they still hadn't gotten their Sparrow, which means they hadn't beaten the game yet, because you beat the game when you're level 20, or you get your Sparrow when you're level 20 and you beat the campaign.
See, I feel like it's one of those things.
It just depends on how you play it.
I feel like it's one of those things where if your game is that solid, you can rush through the game as fast as you think you can do it, but your game is still long. You still hit like a 30, 40-hour game because you've put that much into the actual story mode, and then you've just littered it with other things all the way around to where because if you think of Skyrim, you can blast through that main story arc like quickly.
Yeah, like
it's not the longest game in the world, but even when I did it like that, I still was like, it felt like there was still main story, quote unquote, even though it wasn't like, I guess, main story. They were just side quests.
Well, that's how Destiny 2 is.
Okay,
there's like main story stuff that you go and do that it's side stuff. It doesn't contribute to the main story arc, but it is a branch of the main story arc. So if I wanted to, I could have taken the time and played those little, like, did the I'm blanking on the tie-ins. I could do the tie-ins for the series as I'm going, and I could put 30, 40 hours into the game and beat the campaign and beat the game as a whole. But the way, for leveling purposes, the way that most people recommend you do it is that you play through the story mission only. You only do side stuff if you have to level up to get to the next story mission. And then after that, in the end game, you use the side stuff to help build your level up higher. And that's how you get better armor.
Was this story interesting?
It was more interesting than the first one.
That's neither here nor there. That's not a good indicator.
Well, has it been out long enough to where I can like have spoilers?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know.
Who cares about this?
It's not even out on PC yet.
Well,
because the PC people are clamoring for this one.
I am.
You already lost interest.
I didn't say I wasn't going to buy it.
But you lost interest. Yeah.
He said, "Are you excited about it?" I said, "I've lost interest. I'm still going to do it, and I still want like a little element of surprise."
Okay. All right. Then I won't do details, but it gives you the feeling of something, that there's something to lose. Whereas in the first one, it didn't feel like anything was at stake. It was just like, these guys are bad.
But is there something
we don't
to
like
lose?
them?
No,
Yes.
there's.
Yes.
So there is something like you could potentially actually lose something.
Well, no. I mean, no,
All right,
because the
then.
game is written.
No, well,
so you don't.
There's games like Dark Souls.
Yeah,
There's
for
that's
psychopaths.
something to lose.
For psychopaths.
But I'm saying that's something to lose.
Yeah, but
I don't care about this false.
we're not sociopaths.
This
here.
false like.
Bungie's not a bunch of massive.
I don't care about this Walking Dead false belief that I matter. I saved.
It's funny that you say that, because I found like 4 safe places.
Yeah, no,
and they kept getting overrun.
I found this or I saved Katie in episode 2 or whatever of The Walking Dead, and it was oh Rick will remember that, and then Rick dies 2 seconds later, and it was like, okay, cool, Rick remembered that all of 5 seconds until he got his brain splattered out. Yeah. None of your choices matter in any of the whatchamacallits. I'm gonna totally Rick on that.
There's no choice for it, but it gave the story. Okay, a movie. 9 times out of 10 in a movie, it feels like there's something to lose, and you're not going to lose.
Name a movie.
It's not going to.
Name a movie that does that.
Ant-Man.
What did he have to lose?
His daughter.
No. You knew she wasn't going to die. You knew Ant-Man wasn't going to die. You even knew old Ant-Man was not going to die.
Avengers 2. entire country could have died.
No, you knew maybe one of the Avengers will die, but you didn't think they weren't going to save the day at the end.
Because they weren't quick
In
enough.
video games, I cannot think since the PlayStation 1 where you had that thing of, here's the thing, and I'll go back to Mass Effect. You have something to lose there. If you did not do the certain things, your crew members were gone, erased. So if you played part 1 and you missed somebody, or somebody died, part 2, they're gone. So you felt in part 2 like, crap, I need to save these people or they're erased. What other game does that? And gives you that actual...
I feel like other games have done that.
Well,
yeah, it can't be like Mass Effect is this like...
I know Mass Effect isn't the only one, but I'll wait.
Chat.
Yeah.
Help us
You
out.
can say any of the Bethesda games. You can kill a character, it gets
You can-
eaten by
so
a
yeah,
dragon, and you don't have
that's
that
true.
quest no more.
That's true. See? So
Fallout.
those are examples of real threat of loss.
Fallout. Somebody dies in Fallout 3. They're not
Yeah.
going to be in Fallout 4.
Well, no. If you contain it in its own thing, Fallout 3 used to do a thing where
found a loophole.
if somebody died, they would just show you all the quests that you failed, like in succession. They'd be like, "Well, this is
That
failed. This is
upsetting
failed."
noise when you fail.
Yes,
Yeah.
and they kept throwing it at you, and it was like, "Damn, that guy had that many quests." Like, yeah. So those are the things where I played Fallout a little differently because it was like, if this person dies, what am I losing out on? And you wouldn't get that stuff until you replayed it or reloaded your save or something like that. So a fake false sense of, something is, there's something to lose. I can't accept that in a video game anymore. I can't.
All right, let me rephrase it because
All right.
you got like
Tear it down.
crap
Tear
all
it down.
over
I'm sorry.
everything.
I'm sorry that.
Without doing spoilers, this is the best I can explain it. In the first game, in Destiny 1,
Okay.
it was basically, we don't like these guys, go and kill them. Right, Corey?
Racism. Okay.
It's
Yeah,
basically
they look
racism.
different than me. Go kill them.
Go
Okay.
kill them.
Yeah.
Those ones look almost the same as the same guys that you're killing, but they're in blue. Kill those guys too. And then you had like the spacey ones that looked like they were portals, and you killed those guys. Okay, that was basically it. There was no real like, something's going down, I need to save the day. In Destiny 2, like, okay, so Corey's played enough of it in the demo to know this part. The whole like, being the traveler that gives you the power is gone, dies.
Whoa.
Well, not
really?
dies, but gets
Not
captured.
there. Okay.
So you have no power. The whole point of the Guardians is that they have this power and they're able to fight the darkness with this power. But if they don't have the power, and they're also able to just revive. So like the whole respawning, they built that into the game because the ghosts can respawn you, and that's how you come back to life.
So I'm guessing you must have freed the traveler to get your power back.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's not...
I'm not saying it's predictable. I'm not saying it's not predictable. I'm saying compared to the first one,
Okay.
there's actually
So,
like
you
a
make-
level
well,
of like...
The only reason why I'm doing it all like this is because you
Because
make
you
it
don't like
seem...
the game.
No, it's because you make it seem like they,
reinvented the wheel.
leaps and bounds have been made.
Leaps
Like,
and bounds
no,
from Destiny 1.
They
yes.
looked at how they did bad and they tried to fix it. That's
No, that's
fine.
true.
That's fine. You learn from your mistakes, but I'm not gonna praise you for something that you tested on us before. Don't you give me that. So I'm not going to get hyped about your game for doing it right
You
now.
don't get hyped about anything.
No, I get hyped about certain things. There's a new Naruto game coming out. Hyped about that. Monster Hunter. Hyped about that. Red Dead.
Yeah,
Okay,
boy.
Hyped about
alright,
that.
alright.
So there are things out there that are definitely to be hyped about. But these are everything that I just named are new. There is a expansion for the PS4 for a game called Warframe, and it's on the PC. It's an open world expansion. So they take it from you just going to level to opening this thing up to a giant like MMO type of thing for whatchamacallit. I'm hyped about that. Because they're taking a core gameplay from a game that they were kind of like cutting into pieces that I loved in that, regards, and they're adding an open world element to you for it for free. And they're like, here's an open world play in it with all the fun that you had before. Here, adding more. There are things that get, but it's just, I think gamers, as of now, we're very accepting of mediocrity.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
We are.
This one's on my. This one's my fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's
Thanks.
I mean, we are.
All right, day one stuff, Webb. This is in hosting.
Don't set Aaron up on his high horse.
Yeah, exactly. You start a conversation about Destiny, we'll get you, 45 minutes of Aaron trying to shame you on how we've, as a people, let our guard down.
Never shame, educate. That's what we do. That's what we do here, people.
Speaking of education, do you guys hear about the fans that are trying to rebuild the Red Dead Redemption 2 map before it's even released?
I saw that.
Only on pictures.
Saw that. That's the hardcoreness of the internet.
That's,
literally breaking down the trailer and being like, that looks like the Rocky Mountains right there. We're gonna. I think it's in Colorado now.
I'm looking at this picture.
And you're freaking pissed.
And I'm freaking pissed. No, it's like a whole bunch of screen grabs that they just layered on top of each other in Photoshop.
Yeah.
Changed the opacity and got it just right so you can kind of see the whole area.
It's like those scenes in movies and films where you see the crazy person that has to connect the dots all around their room and everything.
Yes.
With all the pins
exactly.
and the red yarn.
It's Charlie at the job. That's what it is.
It's basically, yeah.
Pepe Sylvia put this thing together. That's what happened.
There is no Pepe Sylvia.
Exactly.
It's there's this one. Okay, so here's a like a GIF map, and it tells you it tells you which trailer they're pulling the data from, and where on this map that they've created the trailer is, and then the image is, and then based off of that, they've reconstructed a map. I'm curious to see how close.
You know what the sad thing is? I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that the people that are putting all this effort into this project probably work at door greeter at Walmart, a fry cook at McDonald's, who doesn't give a shit about anything they do, see, or touch. Their family is probably in shambles. They probably have kids they're not supporting. But
they'll be damned if they're not going to make
they're
this
putting
right.
so much fucking effort into piecing together this map. And, hey, maybe they're correct and they do it right. And it'll be the most impressive thing to me.
For like 20 minutes.
But why don't you put that effort into your family, man?
Because
we're solving cancer.
We're going to fight North Korea here pretty darn soon.
Family doesn't matter. Red Dead is what's important to
There's more. Like, if you put that skill, that brain power into something that matters.
I don't think they care. That's the thing.
Oh man,
I don't think they care.
Special Cases in chat says, you ever think to yourself that all of these video games are just the same thing, but with different skins and textures?
See, he's woke,
and we're being conned by the evil Illuminati gaming industry.
Woke.
So then how do you explain Red Dead Redemption and Tetris?
Same thing, man. It's all just pixels.
Same thing. What's that? What
it's all
was that?
Same pixels.
It is ones and zeros.
What was that thing that you told me you were watching about Game Developer, and you just break it down to the very basics?
Yeah, but then there was 8 different very basics. That's what it was.
8 different games.
Yeah. So, that'd be right. That'd be very correct. But still, they're different.
Are they, though?
You just said there's 8 different games when you break them down to the basics.
Look at Red Dead. It's basically Forza 5.
No.
In the Old West.
Forza is a racing game.
Yeah, and you have horses.
And racing is the basic of basic games.
What do cars have?
Horsepower.
Boom! Stay woke, Aaron.
You guys are connecting horrible dots.
We're up on that wall with that string.
You're up on Trump's wall with the string. That's what you're doing.
Wait. Forza 5, I'm sure, has a Ford Mustang. Mustang is another word for horses.
Somebody's going to come and chat. Actually, the Forza doesn't have any Mustangs. They couldn't get the license to that.
And then I'll ban them.
Yeah. GSG's in the room.
Gaming, welcome to the chat.
With the questions already, with the 5th degree.
Yeah, goddamn.
Yeah, I'm looking at your question. I'm pissed.
I could just see him sitting on his couch, like just in complete darkness, and he gets that feeling in the pit of his stomach. Video Game Banks Live.
I can feel it.
It's not even his phone or anything.
No,
it's just his spider senses. Yeah.
There's a disturbance in the force.
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to see this thing here. There was an article on Kotaku talking about Elite Dangerous.
I don't want to hear anything about Kotaku.
Oh, well, okay, it's on another website
Thank
about
you.
Elite Dangerous.
Thank you.
That
It's on
says,
Lifehack.
Kotaku is a website for trolls and insidious people.
It's fake news.
they have a web article saying Elite Dangerous players are split on whether they should kill aliens in the game or not. I think this is kind of akin to the Westworld
Yeah, I was
situation.
literally gonna say that.
Where do you stand on that, Corey? You kill aliens?
Well, do they do anything to me first?
Even if they did?
Is there an option for me to get through it without killing these?
I believe so, yeah. I think Elite Dangerous is the kind of play your own. If you just want to be a jazz player in space, type of thing, then you can go play in the cantina or something like that. I think it's one of those type of, I'm just a I just play the stocks. That's all I do. I just play the stocks. Those games could be fun. I mean, but I'm always wondering who is that guy? Because in Star Wars, I think Galaxy, you could be a musician, and that was your occupation.
Yeah.
Who's doing that? Exactly.
You get stuff though. Like they did a good job in that game. Like if you played music, it would give like people heal or do something for people. I don't know. I can't remember exactly.
Because first of all, they didn't put that many tracks in there. It's not like you're using your creativity like a real musician and coming up with new stuff. Yeah. You're probably playing a DDR mini game, and then it's playing that same Cantina song. Yeah. You probably hit one note and you're, damn it. Sorry, guys. I really failed you. I failed. Sorry, guys.
You get fired from your gig with the band, and your girlfriend calls you a loser to
Exactly.
go real job building robots or something.
And then you have to buy that expansion.
Yeah.
The girlfriend left you expansion.
Band kicks you out. Taking my mic stand though.
See, one of the missions is you have to meet them behind one of their gigs to try to beg them to get back. Come on, guys, I've been practicing. Listen.
You have to keep hitting the X, and you see on the meter it keeps like filling up, and then it goes down. You have to keep hitting it.
Nope. Sorry, man. We got a new jazz guy. The
Wasted.
Wolf Man. The Wolf Man. He's here. It's just Chewbacca with a saxophone.
Sounds the same.
Yeah.
The next one is called Going Solo.
Yep.
Bam.
I can see the box art, dude. You by yourself. Just the generic character with the little
On a stool.
one spotlight on him in the dark. Yeah. Look, we just made Star Wars a way better game than it ever came out to be.
I want this game.
Yeah, no, this whatchamacallit, I don't know. If you can kill NPCs in the game, I don't know, it's like Grand Theft Auto now. You're in space though. You have a variety. And I think it's just people, if they look different than me, I should be able to, kill them.
It covers all these racist undertones that everyone has.
Basically.
Yeah.
And this is exactly why aliens don't visit the planet, people. Because you want to kill them in a virtual game, and they did nothing to you.
They've seen us play Halo.
Exactly.
Like, F that.
Exactly.
There's no way I'm going anywhere near that game.
Let's see. I don't know. I want to play the other one, Star Citizen, just to see how that one's coming along. Even though it's a 100-year game, it's going to be around for 100 years.
Yeah, we'll see about that one.
100 years.
What are we doing here? We editing right in the middle of the show.
Yep.
He said, I'm trying to get this
That's
done now.
It's a new thing.
The Good, the Bad, the GTA Online, years later.
Yeah, I'm reading that article right now. It's giving examples of like how the game has improved and not improved over time. Like,
I'll tell you one way it has not improved.
the prices on cars. Because I'm looking at a Datsun, like a 1980s Datsun that was added in 2017, and it costs more than like a I don't know.
But here's the thing,
Bugatti Vanquish.
You don't need those cars though. That's the thing though. Like you don't. Everybody has their already fast car in the game.
Right.
You're good. Who else are you running away from but cops? And you can just burn them with anything.
This is online. This is GTA Online. This isn't.
So then, if you're,
you're
doing
running
anything,
away from other.
Yeah,
games.
but I mean, with insurance and everything like that for the cars and everything like that, you're not really losing anything. And there is no real instances where you need to get away from another player. Besides just, I don't want to get blown up. We're having fun, but it's not like a mission. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they have what was the game? The DC MMO, that DC Universe Online or whatever. When they first came out, they were like, you might have a mission where you're a good guy going against a player who's a bad guy who has a mission that opposes you. That's, PvP right there without really kind of being PvP, because it's still a mission that you guys are trying to do.
Yeah.
So it's not like your objective is to fight this guy and kill him. Your objective might be to stop this person. His objective might be to rob this bank. But you don't run into anything like that on Grand Theft Auto. There are no human-played cops that I know of. I could be wrong, but I've only, done all the criminal activities. So one thing that they need to update is being able to stay in a group. It splits you up so quickly. Like if you guys go into a little mission and then decide, like everything, Overwatch has done it, where leave as a group, and Call of Duty's done it, leave as a group. You can't do that in Grand Theft Auto.
You just split up.
You just split up, and it's terrible. It's freaking terrible.
Speaking of Overwatch, I saw the final roster has been set for the San Francisco Overwatch League.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit last week, and the announcement was freaking insane, man. We got coverage on ESPN, esports, fucking bullshit Kotaku.
What's your beef with Kotaku? Let's
Is it with
unpack this.
Kotaku or is it with one of the writers?
Both. Because they allowed that shit article to be posted. Come on, man.
this-
That's a grade A example of what shit posting is.
But what about Cecilia? She's a good writer.
I don't know. Maybe
Is she though, or do you just like her picture?
I've never seen her picture. There's no
Okay.
picture.
Maybe
That's a fair assumption.
Cecilia is amazing, but however, this guy who wrote the energy article is like, he's not funny. Like, why? Who read that, and what editor saw that and was like, oh, it's a good article?
What if he is a editor?
That's the only thing that could explain it.
So what was the article?
The article was titled something very edgy and ironic about how J-Lo and Shaq are on a computer to tell you about Overwatch, and then he proceeded just to like go through the video note for note and just like talking about like anything salty or like condescending he could have said about the video. He said, like, are we to believe that J-Lo handpicked this roster? Even in his opening line is like, Shaquille O'Neal, the guy who makes Bad Genie movies, or something like that. It's like,
wow,
dude, you are stretching. You are scraping the bottom of the barrel just to talk shit about anything you can. If you're not maybe you're not a fan of our org or energy, or maybe Sinatra shat on you in a pub match. I don't know what your beef is with this roster or the people or anything, but like, tell the fucking news.
Is he?
It's not about.
Has he done other articles before about esports?
I have not. I didn't.
You didn't vet the research.
I went to his Twitter page.
Okay.
And then I saw that each one of his tweets is just as shitty as his article. So I was like, okay, I guess I could write it off. I don't know how this guy's writing for Kotaku whatsoever, but whatever. But the most recent post when I went to his page said, "Rest in peace, Hugh Jackman." It was right after Hugh Hefner died.
Okay.
Like,
wow.
That's not comedic. Like, it's not even funny. They share a first name.
That's like the epitome of low-hanging fruit.
Not even. It's fruit that died. It got eaten by maggots, and it's just on the ground. And it's just, this maggot has nothing better to do than just eat fucking rotten fruit.
I would probably say this guy
He's definitely 12.
Definitely failed at his article and his attempts to jab.
Maybe he's an Imortals fan.
He could be. Could be.
God damn, we roasted them.
That was pretty fire.
That was good. So I'll explain it because it's like we're not telling people. So Immortals, they've been having some issues. I actually like Immortals as an organization. I met one of their social media people before, and she was really nice. And they're a solid organization. They're also young, like us. I think they're around about the same amount of time. They recently got rid of one of their social media guys, who I guess was really good because their memes weren't bad. I'd see him and be like, yeah, that's pretty good. Like, But like this, and keep in mind, this happened like 2 days ago. They took the Immortals logo and they put Rick's face on it from Rick and Morty and said, "Look, I turned myself into the Immortals icon. I'm Immortals Rick."
Yeah. Okay.
They missed the boat.
Yeah.
Like,
well, you said it was a new person though, correct? So
maybe he's behind.
Yeah, he's behind.
He just saw a season 3 opener.
He maybe, but that's not how you do it. Maybe you hire someone who knows, like, is a little more up on the memes. Like, even me, like, I didn't watch Rick and Morty forever, but I told you guys the reason I'm watching it is so I could do my job better.
Yeah,
because there's so many Rick and Morty memes, I have to be aware.
Yes.
And it paid off.
I ended up liking it. Yeah, and then it paid off here because this guy was super late. Did this so bad Immortals Rick post, and so I took their logo and I put Doofus Rick. Over the thing, and just put fixed. And I was going through all the comments from their Rick and Morty post, and it was just person after person. Bring back the old guy. What is this new shit? Unfollowed. Screenshot of them blocking the org. Like, you said you looked at it yourself.
Yeah, there was 90% negative.
Oh yeah.
And then there were 9% less negative, and then there was like 1%.
Hey, this is funny.
Yeah, he's doing his job, guys. Let him do his job. And it wasn't even like, oh, that was a good one. It was just like, he's doing his job. That's like a bad cook. And they're like, well, he's trying to cook, guys.
And it's his.
The chili is nasty, I understand, but he's trying to cook.
It was terrible.
It's really like his alt accounts.
The Doofus Rick thing went over really well. I think we earned some fans off that one. I think Immortals lost some because of how terrible that was. Here's the thing, like, I get obsessive. So I tracked down who the social media guy is. I went to his page, and he had retweeted it. That was the most, like, recent thing he had done.
He retweeted his own?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which, hey, I do that all fucking time. So
no, I'm just saying.
No,
somebody's got to retweet it.
Yeah, someone has to.
Someone's got to do it.
And then I went to, like, I was just looking through, like, his last couple days of things, and one of the things he put on there was, it's just funny to see all these other orgs imitating the Immortals meme style of Twitter.
Damn.
And I was like, bitch. Like, I don't know. I think that may be the root of his, like, shit post. I think maybe he's just feeling himself. Okay. He's like, we created a genre, baby, and nothing I do will fail. And he's like, Rick and Morty, so easy. Bam. It blew up in his face. I remember, I mean, I haven't gotten obsessive to the point of going and finding the actual date that Immortals started doing this shit.
I'm trying to look at theirs right now to see if they did anything new.
I don't want to sound just as pompous as him and say that NRG created it, but we definitely perfected it.
You guys, I mean, you guys weren't the first org to do memes and to fire back at teams and stuff like that, but you guys are like the Apple of esports. You're not the first one to do it, but you waited until it was out and then you perfected it.
I think that's accurate. I'll give you that.
Okay, I see theirs. All right.
But Immortals followed shortly after. I mean, it was my job to go through the analytics, and we were just murdering the game when it came to engagement. And I remember the exact time I looked at the analytics and Immortals caught up. They were still behind, but they caught up. And I was like, what the fuck? And I went back to their timeline and I was like, they're memeing. You sons of bitches. And since then, I've seen other teams doing it.
Yeah.
Like my morning polls, I've seen other teams doing more poll-oriented stuff. And it's a compliment. It's a compliment. Now I just got to keep changing the game. That's what I will do.
What's your, no, never mind. Don't say it because we don't want them to jump on it.
I'll give them, they have a lot more black, more black athletes than any other esports team I've ever seen. So, you know.
There you go.
Well, that, of course, is the music, everybody. This was a good experiment. Next week, we will maybe have a structure. Maybe not.
You guys are lucky Webb's hosting because it was going to be a full hour of Las Vegas news.
I'm so glad.
And I think that's the number one reason why Aaron was like,
yes.
Nope, Webb should host.
It was going to be all Las Vegas and Tom Petty.
We should, you know, say that, you know, our thoughts are with everybody in Vegas, and that's just a crazy thing that happened.
Yes.
I woke up to that on Twitter. I was like, what happened? And Tom Petty, we don't even know if he's actually dead. He may actually be alive.
There's been false reports, so I'm
lots of fake news.
Send your energy to Tom Petty, man.
What are the Heartbreakers doing?
Breaking hearts.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much.
All right, everybody, for the real David Webb, Cory Vincent, and Sharon Carter. This is the Monday Video Game Bang Talk Show, and we'll see you next week. And I thought that we were closer to the edge.
Do you not see how much log is left
my
there, sir?
God.
It looked closer.
Now.
Well, I
No.
look down at it,
No.
and I see
You
how
guys
much
are-
time is there.
Oh, God.
Tom Petty's daughter says he's not dead to everybody 24 minutes ago.
There we go.
Let's go. I'm holding out hope,
He's
everybody.
on,
There he is.
that's
For
horrible.
the real David Webb, Cory Vincent, Sharon Carter. See you guys next week.
This is the second ending.
Second
Oh,
ending.
my God.